Alright guys, it's a balmy 65 degrees in February. It's crazy. And today I'm gonna join these two together here, the transmission and the engine. This is a little spacer which is a press fit into here. It extends the snout on the torque converter to go into the crank, because the crank is shorter than on like a small block Chevy. I'll get this all nice and clean before I attempt to put the spacer in there. Now I'm going to put as much transmission fluid in the converter as I possibly can. Should take about a quart. I got the transmission bolted on. I'm going to torque these bolts down, the bell housing bolts down to 37 foot-pounds. We got good torque converter to flywheel clearance there. Alright, the bell housing bolts are torqued to 37 foot-pounds. I got my converter bolts finger tight. Alright, engine is in. The bolts are through, finger tight, and let's see how much the suspension goes down. I'm gonna drop it in, or let the engine settle in there, because the hoist has got it up so I can put the bolts through. Wow, that's not bad at all. I'm gonna say that went down less than when the small block was in there, but then of course had that really heavy transmission that weighs about twice, maybe even 3 times as much as the Turbo 400. There's some decent working room back there. It's a lot better than like the vehicle that this engine originally came in. It was like right there at the firewall, so it's kind of nice. I've got the engine bolted in for the last time. It's a big moment. Everything is looking really good. I'll take this chain off because I no longer need it. It's a transmission. Here's my roadkill style list of all the things I need to do to the truck. And the last thing on the list, drive it. I need to take these 2 red wires out because they don't go to anything. They're chopped off in the front, you can see up there, and they're chopped off in the back, so they're serving no purpose. And that's one of my pet peeves, having wires on something that don't go to anything, so gotta get rid of those. Red wire serving no purpose has been removed, but I'm sure it'll come in handy on a future project along with all the other wires I've removed. You can see right there that hole. That's where the clutch linkage went through. But now I got a nice spark plug wire inspection hole. You can see the spark plugs. That's cool. Probably find some kind of big grommet to put in there, and that might actually be a good spot to run my OBD2 port connector. I want to put it right here, and then my engine light, I want to put it right beside the connector. And in order to shift, simply reach down in here, shift into gear, good to go. Nah, I'm really gonna just build a floor shifter. Probably scratch build the linkage and everything. It's really simple. I mean, nothing to it. I could come up with something. So yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away here. Just kind of clearing off some things that I don't need right now, like the CB. I temporarily took it off. I'm gonna be putting it back on in a different location. It was right here, but just kind of got it out of the way so I can do some wiring work. This I want to move. It's not a very good spot. Kind of hit your leg on it when you're stomping on the gas, so that's got to move somewhere else. I'll be running a copper line for this. This plastic stuff is brittle, and I don't really trust it, so I'll probably put this, I might even try to integrate it in the dash somewhere. I don't know, maybe not. I don't really want to cut the dash. I'll probably end up just sticking it right here, maybe moving the whole little bracket right there. Hey guys, I'm at the junkyard. Check out this old Buick with the portholes. That is awesome. Looking for LS parts. Check out these old Challengers. Wow. Look at this. 69 or 70. Looks like a C30. That is cool. Maverick, I think. Ford Maverick. Wow, look at this old Nash. That is cool. You got a big Continental here. Thunderbird.
What's that over there?
Look at that thing. Wow, this is cool. Alright guys, I'll show you my scores of the day. That is my new favorite junkyard. That was only the second time I've been there. They let you pull your own stuff off. I got a radiator, both halves of the fan shroud. I got a belt that's good enough for testing purposes. A MAF sensor. Best score of the day right here. The whole drive-by-wire thing. Tack box, electronic gas pedal. All from the same vehicle, of course, because you got to use the same tack box and gas pedal. But this is worth the $50 I paid for everything. I could not find one of these for under $100 online. Score. I decided I'm going to run a clutch fan because if the factory put them on, should be good enough, right? This engine had a clutch fan originally, so if the factory put one on, should be plenty. I was going to run electric fans, but you know what? The only downside with these is they're noisy. I could care less about the fan noise, so I'll run it. Overflow tank. I was thinking about whether I was going to run one or not, but I think I will. That way I won't have a puddle of coolant everywhere I go. Just kind of a nice little thing to have. Got all these hoses and stuff. I had to, some of them are for the heater, but I could just loop them around, bypass the heater. And I guess that's everything. So pretty exciting stuff. I will next project here is to modify these manifolds because they hit the frame, and I want to get at least a 1/4 inch of clearance from the frame so that I don't have any nasty vibrating or knocking sound on the frame, because I had a vehicle that the exhaust was really close to the frame of the car. When it vibrated around, it knocked on the frame and it sounded like the engine was knocking, and it freaked me out. So I don't want to have any too tight clearances here. So I'm going to chop them up, modify them. They're cast steel. They can be welded.